My name is Milind Deora. I am a Congress Party candidate from Mumbai South. During the last 5 years as a Member of Parliament, I have performed well in Parliament. My attendance is close to 90%, which is much higher than the national average. I've asked over 250 questions in Parliament, which is almost twice the national average. I've been able to bring a lot of large infrastructure projects to the city of Mumbai, like the Eastern Freeway, for instance, the monorail. I'm confident of bringing the monorail metro to South Mumbai in phase 2. As a Member of Parliament, I initiated in 2005 the debate on Right to Information Bill in the Lok Sabha. As a Minister of State of Communications and IT, I piloted an e-governance program which reduces the human interface between the citizen and government using technology, and that has done a great job of reducing corruption, improving transparency and improving governance as a whole. I was behind the housing regulator in the state of Maharashtra, which is now the first state and the only state in the country where transactions between builders and homeowners and home buyers will be regulated, and it will protect homeowners and home buyers from errant developers. As people of South Mumbai already know, I've spoken out on many issues, sometimes against my own party, against my own government, even against the ordinance which would have allowed convicted members of parliament and MLAs to continue to retain their seats in assemblies and parliament. And that's something I'll continue to do as a member of parliament. The issues that are of utmost concern to me, one is at a Mumbai level to push for the Trans-Harbour Sea Link, which will connect Mumbai city, the island city, to the hinterland, to Navi Mumbai. Imagine being able to reach Navi Mumbai from Worli in less time than it takes you to reach Nariman Point from Worli. That will open up a lot of land, make housing much more affordable, and solve a lot of the critical infrastructure problems in the city of Mumbai. Another key area for the city of Mumbai, I believe, is that we have so many agencies running Mumbai, so many elected representatives, but not one person in charge of Mumbai as a whole. And therefore, I propose the idea of creating political consensus towards the idea of a directly elected mayor, like you have on the lines of cities like London and New York, where the mayor will be directly elected by the people of Mumbai city and will be directly accountable to the people of Mumbai city. At a ministry level and to fight corruption, like I said, as a minister, I was piloting the e-governance program in our country. I think what people of South Mumbai require is one is a member of parliament who speaks for them loudly in parliament and outside of parliament. I've demonstrated that with my parliamentary track record, which is almost twice the national average, better in terms of performance than the national average. People of South Mumbai need someone who speaks fearlessly, who can take on their own party, who can take on their own government, who thinks independently, acts independently. I've demonstrated that in the last few years. The people of South Mumbai need someone, because South Mumbai is such a diverse constituency. It's diverse economically, it's diverse socially. There are people who speak different languages here, people who come from different religions, different parts of the country, from rural Maharashtra, from other parts of India. And more importantly, people need a candidate and an MP who represents everybody, who doesn't just represent one certain section of society. And I've done that in the last 5 years. I've taken everyone along, whether they speak one particular language, whether they come from one particular community, whether they're from a certain economic strata of society. I've taken everybody along. I have taken all the trader communities along, because South Mumbai is a business hub and the economic nerve center of India. Whether it's stockbrokers, whether it's traders, whether it's cloth traders, whether it's industrialists who need to plow in billions of dollars into infrastructure in India, into investments in India and create jobs, whether it's a small and medium enterprises and different merchants, and they're all supporting me today as a result of that. So I think more importantly, South Mumbai needs someone who's not economically or socially divisive and who can take everyone along. Secondly, I think what South Mumbai also requires is, because it's a business capital, it doesn't require parties and politicians who believe in bunds or in dharnas. Those things don't augur well for a place like South Mumbai. South Mumbai needs to create a climate that's conducive to business, that's conducive to trade, that's conducive to creating jobs and employment opportunities for the youth. Well, if there's a mistake that I can say, I think communication is a very, very important tool in public life and in politics. I think sometimes people misunderstand the role of an MP, of an MLA, of a municipal councillor. They associate an MP with a lot of local issues, not primarily with national issues. Sometimes people don't understand the fact that an MP's job is to participate well in Parliament, and people don't judge politicians, unfortunately, based on that. As a result of that, there's no incentive, reward or punishment mechanism for MPs in terms of their conduct in Parliament, and that's why we see Parliament being disrupted a lot. Those are the things I feel that we could have communicated much better. As an individual MP, I was the first MP in the country who started a fortnightly and a quarterly newsletter going out to my constituents. It was an e-newsletter going out in an email burst. It was hard copies sent to people. I used Twitter to connect with people. I used Facebook and social media to connect with people, to stay engaged with people.